Okay, let's get started. We're jumping into the book of Job today, chapter 11 specifically.
Right. And this is where we meet Zophar the Naamathite, Job's third friend.
And unlike the others, Zophar, well, he comes right out of the gate, doesn't he? Pre-confrontational.
He really does. No easing in. He immediately takes issue with what Job's been saying, basically asking if all Job's talk should just, go unanswered.
Yeah, like, should Job just get away with saying he's got flawless beliefs and is pure in God's sight? Zophar seems pretty offended.
He does. He asks, should your babbling silence men? When you mock, shall no one rebuke you? It feels quite personal.
And then he says something interesting, doesn't he? He sort of wishes God would step in.
Exactly. Oh, that God would speak, that he would open his lips against you. He seems convinced God would reveal hidden wisdom, things Job just isn't seeing.
And he drops that line, know that true wisdom has two sides. What do you think he means by that right there?
Well, he doesn't spell it out explicitly, but looking at what comes next, it seems like one side is grasping just how incomprehensible God really is.
Okay, makes sense. He immediately launches into that asking, can you fathom the mysteries of God? Can you probe the limits of the Almighty?
Right. He talks about God being higher than the heavens, deeper than the grave, vaster than the earth and sea. It's about scale, sheer divine otherness.
That's powerful imagery. Higher than the heavens, deeper than the grave. It puts human problems in a different perspective, maybe.
Definitely. And he pairs that mystery with absolute authority. He says if God imprisons someone or calls court, who can stop him?
Total sovereignty. And God sees everything too, right? Zophar mentions that.
Absolutely. God recognizes deceitful men, sees evil, notes it all. Nothing gets past him. So that's maybe one side of wisdom, acknowledging this immense, seeing mysterious power.
Okay, so if that's one side, what's the other side of Zophar's true wisdom?
It seems to be understanding the very clear moral cause and effect that Zophar believes is operating. He contrasts God's insight with human limits.
Ah, that's where the donkey comparison comes in.
Yeah, that stark image. A witless man can no more become wise than a wild donkey's colt can be born a man. It's harsh.
Very harsh. He's basically saying Job is fundamentally missing something from his point of view, like profoundly unwise.
Precisely. But then, after all that, Zophar does offer a way forward. It's conditional, though.
Right, a very clear, if you do this, then that will happen kind of deal.
Yeah. He says, essentially, if you devote your heart to God, reach out to him, put sin away, don't let evil stay in your home, then things change.
And the then part sounds pretty good. What does he promise?
Things like lifting your face without shame, standing firm without fear, forgetting your past troubles, life becoming brighter than noonday, real clarity and light.
Secure, because there is hope. Being able to rest safely, lie down unafraid, even having people seek your favor. It's a picture of complete restoration.
Total security, peace, social standing, all presented as the direct result of repentance and devotion.
And of course, he contrasts this with the opposite fate, doesn't he? For the wicked.
Oh, yeah. For them, hope is just a dying gasp. No escape, their eyes fail, it's bleak. No security there, in Zophar's view.
So Zophar lays out this strong case. God is mysterious and all-powerful, and there's a strict conditional path to security. Put away sin, be devoted, and you'll be safe. Fail, and you won't.
It's a very coherent framework, common for the time. Though, as we know, the rest of Job kind of pushes back against whether it fully explains everything, especially Job's situation.
That's key to remember. Zophar has his view, but it's one voice in a larger conversation.
Exactly. Which leads to a thought for you, listening. Zophar claimed true wisdom has two sides. Thinking about his argument, God's mystery on one hand, clear consequences on the other, what do you think those two sides were for him? And does his idea challenge or maybe resonate with how you understand wisdom yourself?